may be time once again to buy 1,000 of a particular cryptocurrency. You guys loved my XRP one, so today we're going to be breaking Hbar down. You guys have asked for it, and many people come and ask in my live stream what's going on, what's the price, and is Hbar a good investment? So we're going to break down why 1,000 Hbar might just be the ticket to a big move in the coming years. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more Hbar content, you better smash that like button into oblivion. And we'll do more of this. With that being said, however, let's get into the video. So I don't want to get too deep into it because many of you already know what Hbar is, but it's a massive project and actually recently has been doing very well. Now, I talked about this last year just in terms of their launchpad and what they were doing in terms of investing in new innovative projects, and really it's paid off for them most recently. You can see that there is a massive 8.785 million accounts created on their chain with over 71 billion mainnet transactions. So this is absolutely a token to keep an eye on. ISO 222 compliant, sits within the realms of XRP, XLM, and all those other ones, with an average cost per transaction, and hold on to your horses, it's 0.0001 of a dollar. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. But why would getting 1,000 Hbar be worth it? Well, the fact of the matter is they are building out huge DeFi and AI projects, bringing massive adoption and, more importantly, new users to their chain. You can see things like DexPay as well as Centism AI and Vistia AI as well, all massive projects set to do some big things on the Hbar network. And bear in mind, the reason we talk about it being super cheap is because all of these therefore can be instant transactions and costing very, very little, which means you can do microtransactions and you can do a ton of them. And I think this is why people are getting pretty excited. And it is also starting to work its way into tokenization. Now, RWA tokenization, we talk about this with XRP. It is going to be the next big narrative here on the entire crypto ecosystem. And the fact that now UK banks are going to be allegedly settling over $10 billion in tokenized assets using Hedera and powered by Hbar is going to be very bullish indeed. And you're actually going to see further build outs of this. More and more people are going to be looking to things like Hedera to very much get involved. And that's why we're seeing massive adoption and skyrocketing prices. And in fact, the Australian digital dollar stablecoin is now on Hedera as well, and actually selected by the Hedera Council member AP to be used. This is important. Project Acacia is going to be a big deal. And again, part of the Hedera Foundation, they're building out real world use cases for their chain. And actually, the fact that they were listed on Robinhood recently back in July 25th, the token 24-hour trading was over 50%, $648 million. And it's only just getting started. Hedera's kind of just slowly been grinding up, and lots of people, like I said, have been getting bullish. This is why it is worth grabbing hold of. You've got this Hbar, XLM. This is why it's worth getting hold of. It is emerging as a top alternative to things like XRP, and that's why many people are getting it. In fact, loads of people that have XRP tend to have Hbar as well. The fact of the matter is that Hbar is showing 48% upside potential after the double bottom is absolutely important. And by the way, other than the stable coin market, which for some reason taking a bit of a dump over the last 24 hours, the actual total value is growing. And we're seeing significant adoption in a DeFi sentiment when it comes to Hbar as well, all of which aligning to give it some real solid momentum. Rebates, again, is another big global bank transfer utility, again, built with traditional finance, once again, using Hbar as well. So all of which is very bullish. And like I said, Hbar really is doing some work. 1,000 Hbar might set you a stead for the future. So where could it go to? What are the recent price predictions? And how bullish are people feeling? Well, the answer is pretty darn bullish. You can take a look at some of these price predictions. And again, you guys know my thoughts on this. You have to take them with a pinch of salt. But when you sort of walk through with them and you understand the potential, it is very easy to kind of get some of these things. So where do we see it at the back end of this year? At least 54 cents. That's a double in price. That's going to double your money on 1,000 Hbar. Now, 220 bucks is going to get you that 1,000 Hbar right now. You could be doubling your money very comfortably if you went for 1,000. But where I think Hbar's opportunity lies is how this will grow out, and more importantly, the maximum potential with this. Look at 2026, you could be talking nearly $1, and then put yourself in 2030, as lots of people think that's going to be the next big momentum mover. $1 million Bitcoin Hbar could be at 525. Well, all of a sudden your $220 investment is over 5 Gs. And if you're still around in 2050, and if the crypto market hasn't all fallen to pieces and we're not in World War VII, 217 bucks for Hbar, What does that feel like? Well, it would feel like a significant gain with over $21,000 coming in. It's a little bit of time to wait, but could be bullish in the long term. So where do I get in the short term? I always talked about this on the charts, and I've discussed it a number of times on my live stream, 4 p.m. Eastern every day if you're not already tuned in. Where could we see Hbar running? Well, if we take the trend-based Fibonacci extension from the recent move and start to work that through into some bull cases, my view, by the way, top end of this bull market, the 2618 to the 3618 is around 67 cents to 84 cents, which is be about a 4x from where we are. If you went super crazy, super cycle, Bitcoin does 250K, you might be arguing that Hbar could hit $1 in this bull market. So all of a sudden, your $220 investment could turn into a nice steady 5x and net you back well over $1,000. All of that, good news if you ask me. So let me know what you think of all of that. And if you want to see me continue this sort of series of what is it worth buying 1,000 days, we can take a look at some micro plays, degen plays, whatever you want to talk about. Let me know in the comments as always. And thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button on your way out and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.